not a king, I am not a god, I am Hump.
What's poppin' Tano? It's time to build the Dual Zoren Prime, lava signature weapon for level 9199 steel path enemies in Warframe. And in today's video I will give you two builds. The Slam with Crescendo and close range with melee influence. But first, let me show you what this weapon capable of. Welcome back, Tano. I hope you enjoyed the speedrun. Don't forget to hit the like button to help the video reaches more Tanos and the algorithm. Now, as always, before I build the weapon or Warframe, I rely on my method called DVS. D stands for how I'll be dealing damage, what elements I'll be using, and what's the faction I'll be fighting. V stands for how I proc 10 stacks of Vara on enemies to make them vulnerable by 325% more damage to their HP. S stands for lowering enemies' armor. We don't care about armor, but we care about the damage reduction that comes with armor. By lowering that, we deal higher damage. Of course, I don't use any rivens in my build. I don't expect it to have the same riven or judge the build because it has a riven. Also, I use Revenant as a tank, so I don't boost the weapon in any way. No Eclipse, no Roar, no Vex Fury, no Zeta Whisperer, no Wrathful Advance, no Sarin, nothing. The idea is to take the build the same way it is, and you apply it in any Warframe you want, and it will be the same results. Of course, if you use a damage boosting Warframes, you get a better results even. And as always, if you don't like my methods on how I proc viral or armor strip enemies, it's okay. You can check this sheet right here. It can help you maneuver around my methods to find your own style. As in Warframe, we can do things in many different ways, but the results are the same. I'll be running 2 Emerald Archon shards to push the stacks of corrosive from 10 for 80% armor strip to 14 for 100% armor strip, so we don't rely on specific helminth ability or focus school to armor strip the enemies. I'll be running 3 Violet Archon shards. Of course, you want to run on Tau Forged if you have, and of course make sure that the energy is over 500 for the damage boost to be doubled. The helminth ability I'll be using is Tempest Barrage, White Tempest Barrage. It's Hydroid subsumable ability, by the way, to proc corrosive, and with the augment Viral Tempest, you proc viral as well. So one ability, you armor strip with the 2 Archon shards, and also you proc viral. Full VS. Steel Charge for 60% melee damage, Arcane Fury for 180% melee damage, and Near Anguish, Near Hatred for the 200% slam. The rest, it doesn't really matter, and you can apply in any Warframe you want. Now, for the Dual Zoren, the unique trait, Airborne Melee Slide Attack will boost movement speed, landing cancels the effect. Swirling Tiger and Killing Blow for 120% melee damage on heavy attack and heavy attack wind up speed. Galvanized Steel for the critical chance and double for the heavy attack, and that's what we're going to be doing as a slam. We'll be jumping in the air and heavy attacking, not normal attacks. Alright, I know some Thanos may feel comfortable using the normal attacks in slam as it doesn't consume their combo, but it's wrong. You want to use a heavy attack, and that's the benefit of slam actually. Alright, and you get also the 120% critical damage increase. Seismic Wave for the damage, slam damage increase. Primed Smite Hurricane is multiplicative damage against the faction you are fighting, so you switch, it depends on the faction that you're going against. Now, if you don't have that, it's okay. You can just run Primed Pressure Point and you'll be good to go. Now, Primed Fever Strike for Toxin, Blood Rush for critical chance, stacks with combo multiplier, Gladiator Might for critical damage, and 10% melee critical chance per combo multiplier, Amalgam Organ Shatter for critical damage and heavy attack wind up speed. Melee Crescendo, when you perform a finisher, you gain 6 initial combo for the rest of your mission. Means if you collect 12 combo multiplier, and that's what we're gonna do, okay? You have it for the rest of the mission, so you can slam, you consume them, you get them over and over and over again endlessly. Now, how you will be performing finishers. First thing first, I will show you the ARU mods. Damage enemies while aim glide, put up 5 of them to sleep for 3 seconds of landing. Simple as this. Check this out. Boom. Jumping in the air like so, aim gliding, boom, and this guy is fall asleep, and there you go, boom, boom, and that's one way. The other way is you go with the, not Epitaph, but the Bronco. Why Bronco? For dizzying round augment, right about here. Shots from less than 8 meters stuns enemies and put them up to finishers and 230 chance. There you go. Brunku, boom. And you perform your finishers. There you go. Now, these are a bit slow methods, but they are working. Depends on what you want. So I'm just putting you everything on. I'm giving you everything on the table. All right. And then what you got? You got Naramon. Naramon, yes, Naramon. Naramon, you use your operator. Make sure to use the second ability on the operator first, and then you slink, and then enemies are open for finishers. Easy as that. Now, the fastest method to fill your melee crescendo with finishers is Bazarin. Right about here. So how Bazarin works, you just go again to your operator and use the second ability. It will ragdoll them in the ground, and then you press X and you'll be performing a ground finisher, and you'll be filling up that combo multiplier for the rest of your mission. Simple as that. As of course, the higher enemy it gets, the harder it will be killing them at finisher, but you want to have your 12 combo multiplier at the beginning of the mission and try not to die at level cap. And for companion, I'll be using Nautilus. Since this is slam build, it's good to have enemies all pulled together. So cordon to pull enemies, duplex for the clones, assault to attack, vacuum to pull the loot, manifold for more cordon, and then you got shield, armor, health, and then the reinforced bond for fire rate, tenacious bond for critical damage if your sentient weapon has 50% or more critical chance. Verglas needs a riven. If you have Verglas, there you go. With a riven, of course. There you go. And still, even without a riven, Verglas still the best sentient weapon in my opinion. Or you can use the primer laser rifle or the burst laser rifle. Both are really good. Or the Volklock, it's a sniper. Alright, so for the sake of the video and time, we'll summon level 1 enemies to finish them fast. Boom, boom, boom. And there you go. Ground finishers. And we get our 12 combo multiplier in no time. Let's go. Okay, here. Boom. Summoning more enemies. And that's what pretty much you'll be doing in the mission, okay? Using the second ability, if you're using Bazarin, of course, or anything else, it doesn't matter. You'll be taking down enemies by finishers to feed your melee crescendo. Go. And I think we have the 12 combo multiplier right now, and boom, it's 11. We need to get one more. Go. I didn't cut this piece like of the video because a lot of times gets confused when I just fill them and I just do the cut and whatever. So summoning level 225 if you got beginners, and now I will show you in two ways. One, slamming normally, and one with full DPS. So I just jump in the air and do normal slam. There you go. 3 million, etc, etc. And remember these numbers, very, very good. Now there is one will be increased to damage right here, 35 million, because it has stacks of viral from my sentient. Now, if I use Tempest Barrage to armor strip enemies and proc viral, let's see the damage increase. Jumping up, and boom, 138 million. That's insane. That's like really, really, really insane. Look at that. That's a huge increase. Alright, now let's go for the second build. And for this build, we'll be using melee influences, Swirling Tiger, Dreamer's Wrath. A sword will pop in your screen to activate Tenukai. You perform a heavy attack with the button in the mouse wheel, and your heavy attack will be performed without the consumption of any combo multiplier. Also, you get an increase of 32% critical damage for Tenukai attacks. Government Elementalist multiplicative damage of specific elements like electricity, slash, heat, toxin, blast, and gas. We got the electricity and we got the slash. Galvanized steel for critical chance and 120% critical damage, and 2 times critical chance for heavy attacks. Organ shatter for critical damage. Condition overload, the more elements you have on the enemy, the more melee damage you will have. If you don't like to prime or you don't have the condition overload, it's okay. You can use the primed pressure point and you're good to go. If you don't have galvanized steel and condition overload, it's okay. You can use sacrificial steel and you can use the sacrificial pressure together from the sacrificial quest. Shocking touch for electricity, blood rush for 440% critical chance. 440% critical chance if you reach 12 combo multiplier. I know sometimes we'll say it's 480, no, it's -1, so it's 440, 4.4. Gladiator Might, 60% critical damage and 10% melee critical chance per combo multiplier. Whipping Wounds, 40% static chance per combo multiplier. Melee Influence, on melee electricity statue, 20% chance for elemental melee statues effect to apply to enemies within 20 meters for 18 seconds, but only the elements that's applied by your Dual Zoren, or it's buffed to apply. For example, if I have, let's say gas from my secondary weapon and then on that enemy, and then melee influence procs, the gas will not be transferred to all enemies. So only electricity, and the physical ones like slash, puncture, impact, they don't get transferred. So electricity, you need now to think about how you get viral or like other elements for your weapon to like kill faster and all and all and all. So Revenant Prime, we don't need the Near Anguish mods anymore. Arcane Fury in here, and we're gonna add Arcane Strike for attack speed. It's optional, but that's it is. Now, if you want to cook the enemies by viral and stripping them, Tempest Barrage will work just fine. And if you want to transfer the viral to all enemies with melee influence, you use Nourish, and that's totally up to you. Both builds works as charm. Alright, let's go. This one is really simple and straightforward. You just go and attack like so. Alright, let's go and attack like so. And I think I'm using Vazarin, and so I will lose my combo multiplier. For that, you want to run either Naramon or you run, let's say, Dexterity Arcanes. Look, I will lose all my combo. Oh, gone. So, Naramon comes in handy in case, or Dexterity Arcanes for the combo duration and so on. Let's go. So, that's the Tanukai. You perform a heavy attack using the button in the mouse wheel. Now, the more combo we have, the higher damage we will go, as the increase of critical chance will affect the critical tier. And trust me, this guy is really crazy. He has like 3.2 critical damage as base. Look at that. We don't joke around, baby. Boom. Mamma mia, right? So, now, let me use the full DVS. I didn't even reach 12 combo multiplier, and they're dying. Full DVS. Now, the Tempest Barrage will not transfer all the corrosive and viral stacks to enemies, but it's an AoE, so it serves actually the same purpose. It's just like not far as melee influence can reach, honestly, if you want to clear rooms, but still the electricity and the statue damage multiplicative will do its job really, really good, especially on enemies that come in the edge of the viral tempest, and you'll be taking them down like that. And when talk about rivens, depends on the riven you have. If it has like Toxin, you replace Prime Fever Strike. If it have multiplicative damage against faction, you replace Smite or Arcane. If it has like CC, CD, damage, whatever, Killing Blow, electricity, if it has electricity, you replace Shocking Touch, and so on and so on. Let me know in the comments below what's your Riven so I can help you place it. And now for the Thanos that thinks this build only with primed stuff and oh my god, I don't have these mods. Simple as this. Let's take one of the hardest mods that you may think you don't have. Galvanized Steel, for example, you just go with Steel. Right here. True Steel or Sacrificial Steel. There you go. This is the two options you have. If you don't have the Primed Smite or Arcane, it's okay. You can go with Pressure Point or Primed Pressure Point. Or you can go with the normal Orokin right here. And the Smite, the normal version, of course, it has it in all the factions. Alright. Primed Fever Strike, it's okay. Just type Toxin in here. You have Fever Strike or Virulent Scourge right here. Alright. Depends on which one you have. There you go. Okay, now, Amalgam Organ Shatter, don't be frightened, here you go, Organ Shatter, it has the normal version, right here, and we're good to go. I have like 876, it shouldn't be hard to get, actually. Alright, for Influence, same thing, everything same thing, Galvanized Elementalist, there is the Elementalist, right here, okay, and you be good pretty much to go. If you don't have the melee Elementalist or the Galvanized Elementalist, run a multiplicative faction mod in here, and you be good to go pretty much. And now for the Thanos that doesn't know how to farm those arcanes or those mods I show in today's video, really simple. You go to your codex, universe, mods, and then any mod you see right here from the whole game, you just hover the mouse over it and it will tell you. For example, this one from Cephalon, Simaris, if you lose it from the Sacrificial, Blind Rage, Orokin Vault, right here, and so on. And for the arcanes, the same thing. Okay, there you go, right here. Venus, Veil, Drop Resources, whatever. Alright, so now you know where you get all those mods and those arcanes. In the end, my conclusion about this weapon, I will give it 7 out of 10. And a message for the developers: you put the bar too high on the Incarnon melee weapons. It's time for the prime ones. Either you give them a huge boost to compete, or you announce that one day there will be Incarnon, so people know like should they invest on that weapon or not, or it's just like another mastery fodder, like we veterans say. Special thanks to anyone support the channel in any way by liking, subbing, commenting, watching. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on X, follow me on TikTok, or joining my Discord link in the description. Big love to you all. Special thanks to Hall of Members: Yareli Man, Broken Shot, Yahya Ben Zaid, Banana Man, Julian, Jigubuta, This Willows, Wilmer, Bisaba, Arnes, Arnie, Alex, Lord Hall, and the special VIP, the Voiceless 1-2, and the Undisputed Donator Free Hate, Hall of Donations Free Hate, Kali Free, Victor, Mr. V, Mika West, Wilmer, BC Danto, CPT, Yareli Man, Hamza, Black Magic, Banana man, Milan, Ilinot, Noobmaster, and all my community. Remember, in the channel there is a Lavos build for level cap and Sedo build for level cap, and I will see you guys next time.